Well, good morning, folks. We are in Pittsford. We just finished our last episode, so it's starting to get a little long. So I'm just chilling out, watching critters on the Empire State Trail, westbound. Trying not to look suspicious. Yeah, you already blew that out of the water. So I'm all rested up. I took a nice 15-minute break, and yeah, let's get going, shall we? This one should be a little bit of a shorter section, so we'll see how this turns out. We're right by the bike shop, and here's what it used to look like back then. Here we are on the map. So we pretty much went from Fairport yesterday, almost here. So we did all this yesterday. That's how much we did. But we are here, and just on the other side there's another little park. But what's interesting is this is now looks like an apartment building. So you're gonna see this building here, and I show you, and then you can see the apartment building. You can do a pause and read while we're here. We can gather some information. And if you forgot to pause it, well, it sucks that you had to hear me talking right now, because this doesn't look suspicious. A guy holding a video camera on a very popular hiking trail that clearly doesn't not look like. See, this is what it looks like today, the apartment building. So it's Coal Tower. Okay, Coal Tower Restaurant, Grain Tower, and the Pittsford Mill can be seen in that order in this recent photograph. Can you imagine the Coal Tower as a restaurant? Well, they did it here. You don't need to imagine, you could come here and visit it. Forget your imagination. Time is fake. Parking for the trail is way in the back next to a dumpster, so parking for the trail is not up here where the parking lots are. Those are for customers only. I'll try to show you at the end there where the trail is. And here's this, what looks like an apartment, possibly the restaurant. Ice cream shop, cafe. Port of Pittsford. And this is where commerce took place on the canal, obviously. The old water tower of some sort. The onion trees are in full bloom. Again, I don't make that stuff up. An onion under the tree. Onion tree. What are the odds, right? Alright. That's where you get your food. They got wine. They got tours. I seen that little hut where the other guy was sitting there. He didn't show you much, but that little round hut a little while back was a boat tour thing. It's $25 for a boat tour. So I'm guessing that's what those boats are over there. Got a nice shot here, actually. Come up a little more. So I'm not in this. Alright. And just look back to where we just weren't. See, I'm not sure if this is public parking or not, but as I said, I'll show you where I'm parked because there's signs saying don't park here. If you're not here for the business, park out back. So keep that in mind. Parking lots are for people that are actually here to do business. For me, I'm just walking the trail. So technically, yeah, I'm not part of the business. Apparently. It is warming up pretty quick. I think that might be the... I don't know, I gotta look at my maps again. I know that's a rail bridge, active or not, I don't know. I know the shoreline, CSX's West Shore, is near here. I don't think that's it, to be honest, actually. Now, if I see the CSX train crossover, that'd be the other story. Google Maps doesn't tell you if it's active or not. This LCD screen moved on me. Yeah, the rail ties don't look the greatest. Kind of looks abandoned, actually. Well, we'll know when we get there. I haven't heard any trains, but then again, since Fairport, we've deviated to what the... I look behind me, saw this thing pulling out. We deviated from Fairport, so we haven't had our annual train horn blowing episode, at least for a little while. And can confirm that is the CSX West Shore line. I wasn't too sure with all the stuff growing up there. But yeah, that is the active West Shore. So CSX Conrail did not build that bridge. That bridge was built by the West Shore Railroad. Over the canal back in the day. And that's pretty much really the only good section of the West Shore that I know that is currently in use is through here. So from Fairport where it meets the other two main lines, and my god, that truck can't get any traction, can it? So the original West Shore, this is the only part in New York that I think that the railroad actually actively uses something that they built other than abandoning it. I was laughing because of the power zoom. Well, we're about to find out if this is the actual active West Shore Railroad, because there's an intermodal train just happened to be coming through Fairport on the West Shore, heading this direction. So, I'm going to get ready for that here shortly, and we'll know for sure. There's a nice little break and walking. We're in Pittsford, New York, on the Empire State Trail. And that will be included in the State Trail video too, so why not? It looks like our endpoint is not here, but right around the corner, according to the maps. Now again, I don't know when this structure was built. Oh, never mind. Is that it? Oh. Listen to the sounds of the abandoned railroad bridge. That's not a date. It might be, I don't know. It's, you can't read it. But it was before the time they put cornerstones with dates on them. I'm trying to find that, but again, I can't make this stuff up. This was a two-track bridge at one point, it looks like. The rails are not on us over here. That's probably where the grass is growing out of. So, yeah, these are newer ties. I can see the rails here. Huh, this has got the option of being a double track, but it does not anymore. I can show you. Right there are the rails. You come over here. It's probably for maintenance away person. There are no rails. So, this side isn't used. Thus is white grass is growing on top. So this is a double track bridge. Traffic ahead. This guy's gonna get a surprise. Oh, but we film this for insurance purposes. Okay. Oh, what was that sign says? Deer crossing. He can't make this stuff up. Honestly, I was riding my bike and a deer jumped out in front of me. Don't worry about me, worry about them. I think I just want to get a drink of water. Funding for this project provided by an Environmental Protection Fund, local waterfront revitalization program, Erie Canal Park and Preserve, town of Pittsford. I'm wondering if this is the park. The next episode is going to sound fun for you headphone users. So what is this? Oh, yeah, this is the park. Yeah. This is where we're supposed to end it. Frog Pond Trail. I thought there'd be a parking lot here or something. I thought there was. Let me check the maps real quick and see what this parking lot is. And that boat was the Oasis. Can't stay around too long. Warning, you have you have entered a restricted area. I'm back hiking to my new location because I was doing other trails and my shoes gave out, so I had to go find some new ones. That's why you're seeing stuff out of sequence. Like, we haven't even hiked this trail yet. I'm at the next parking lot hiking back to where we left off. You know, I don't know how many miles I put on those shoes, but they're 3 years old, so I'm just getting things as they happen on the way back. Like the lock back there we're gonna see later, letting water out. All that will be coming up. At least when the shoes gave out, I was close enough to the parking lot I was parked in and didn't have to walk more than a mile compared to 5 or 6 with them like that. So you notice you don't hear it anymore. Click-clunk, 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 click-clunk. So that's why you'll hear the noticeable change. So alright, with that out of the way, we're back to where we left off. And that's where mistakes are made. But, you know, good mistakes, but I get a new pair of shoes out of it. So, back at it. And as you've seen, there's lots to see up here. So, brand new shoes in tow. Unless in the last episode you hear the shoes starting to come apart back then. It's like dunk, dunk, dunk. Every time I took a step, it was like dunk, dunk. Well, it finally gave out. So, but that put past us. I say about 2 miles from Pittston to the lock up here where I'm parked. So, this is actually a local road. It's not the interstate. I think the name of the road is somewhere around here. They usually are. It's only busy because there's one lane traffic going right now. You'll hear the ground pounders and everything pounding away and construction happening. It's all going on over there. Monroe Ave. Let me hang out in the shade for a bit. Now the trail takes 2 turns here. Well, for the worse and for the better. Because right now today, with it being a work day, they're touring the trail traffic down along, well, you'll see it here. But on days they're not working, you can go straight through there, but you can see they got it closed off because they're working. So they're building something over there. It'd be nice to see what that looks like in a couple of years. That's what they're working on over there. Construction equipment all through here. Not canal related. So that's all that noise. We'll be out of noise here shortly. There is a parking lot right below us here. Well, that's what's going on over there. They're building something over there. This is the ground pounder. So today our trail is going to take us to the right. Normally it would go straight if the gate is open. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to show you stuff. That's when people are. So there's like a golden triangle there. You come this way. You would normally go through there, but the gate's closed, so you get diverted down this large sidewalk to a side street to bypass the Canal Corporation. What was that? The Umbrella Corporation. But still, it's a good enough sidewalk here. So again, look for the signs. No questions asked. Turn here. Come on, of course. Now we just follow the sidewalk, and they'll hook us back up the trail once we get around this property. Until then, that's about it. And right here's where the sidewalk comes up, and that's the gate we would come back through, but as the sign says, trail bypass. So we just go that way if the gates are closed, that's all. Right. Whew, it is getting warm out today. I don't see any of the wildfire smoke. I can't even think what it's called. Haze. So I've been doing some zooming lately and I don't see the haze from that. So we got the full intensity of the sunlight. So the temperatures and the humidity is climbing back up slowly. It's only 10 o'clock and I'm already breaking a sweat. I didn't worry about the last 2 days, but hey, it is what it is. It's nice and cool this morning though, so that paid off. It's about 77 right now. At least we got some decent shade. We're just outside of Rochester, actually, according to Google, so we're pretty close. Pittsford, wherever that is, in proximity to Rochester. We're just on the other side of Pittsford. See, that right there is what distracts me. You see how fast that guy came around that corner? There's a 25-mile-an-hour speed limit on these trails. So when you don't see around the corner, next thing you know, there's somebody right there. That's why I keep going and stopping the camera, because next thing you know, they're right on top of you. And that's why I just gave up. If they're going in this direction and past me, fine. But when you're sitting here talking, you're looking over here, and the next thing you know, you look back, you start talking, and the next thing you know, you turn this just as quick and on your left. It's just like, after seeing the whole trail this much, and then looking for like 10 seconds, and then start the back, and all of a sudden there's a guy right on your back, cruising at that speed. It's just, be cautious around places that have curbs. Because not everybody's gonna see you. And if you're going that fast, I will give you an example, as I'm trying to get an angle at this right now. And this would be a perfect spot to demonstrate. If you're going that fast, you won't pick out stuff like this. Like earlier this morning when the deer were going out on the trail and I was making a joke back then. Oh my, that scared me. Almost walked right by that. The sunlight was right in the perfect spot. Oh, look at that. Ain't that cute? Maybe if I could find it with this thing. Yeah, there it is. Little fawn hiding out there. A lot of construction going on. And just so you know, there's a decent uphill climb here as they're trying to get back up on the towpath as they deviated for the Canal Corporation and their little maintenance area. There's a few things of interest coming up. You saw one of them just a little while ago at the lock when it was draining. But this is the other one. This is what this is all about. Because normally we go straight through there, but clearly, stay out. Section 7, Pittsford Sub-Headquarters. And then there's the canal. So that's what we went around. By the end of this little quick walk to the other end here, it's all sunlight, so you can smell like crispy bacon for a few minutes. And there's not really much to see. I'll turn you on if there is. It's a good straight half-mile section of blaring sunlight and baking flesh. Because I don't think suntan lotion will keep this off you. Again, I got something to show you, and every time you won't have to stop to show you something. There's somebody in the way. But again, there's reason for it, so I'm not complaining, just observing. First I observe these. What the? Why are they coming toward me? And then I observed 33. If anybody knows what that's all about. Alright, yeah, this is the bakery part, so let me get through this section. Alright, here's the next interesting thing. Is there used to be, it looks like a feeder canal, or for some reason, the canal would have went that way. I don't think it's the original Clinton ditch, but again, it's barricaded off, so they blocked it, but clearly you can see where it went in here, where the buoy is. So it went in right here, and then into there. And yeah, I don't know if it's part of the Clinton's ditch, or if it's a feeder canal to something, or I don't know. There's some reason that they put that in, and you can tell past this fill that they used to block it off, that it used to continue for quite a ways. And there's actually a trail up here. I can't research it at the moment, so I haven't seen anybody in that whole stretch. So right here's where that is. You see where they burned it up. There's a trail. It looks like this used to be a road, possibly. But I can't do any research on it to see how far it is. But right now, I'm kind of sticking to this trail to get it done. And another guy. So there's something that diverted this way. They dammed it up. And I think this would have been the access road to the Canal Corporation. So So I'm not really too worried about that. It's called the water. No, that ain't what it's called. Yeah, see, just got this up there. Doesn't say what it is or anything. So I think it just goes to a road in the residences. So yeah, I can't tell. I'm not gonna go down there. And this is right about where that canal would have came through. So right here. I don't know if it was a feeder canal or what. It came through right here. Down through here and continue down over here. So, yeah, interesting. I want to say Clinton's Ditch, but I'm not 100% sure. Big trees growing up out of it. Oh, and there's a lock. Nice. You can see more of it down in here. Right in here. Well, something to look research too. Block 32, so in the vicinity of Block 32. Getting something to see, wait for the people to pass, start to film. Oh, well, I guess I'll wait for this one too. It's the way it's been all day. This video's taking longer than it needs to, but it's the way it's been. Pretty much I'm just going to crack a joke, so this is how long I have to wait to crack a joke. You see where they have these boat tie-offs? I'll wait for this pedestrian ride by. I'm just chilling out in the shade, talking to myself. Don't mind me, folks. So it's funny that they got these tie-offs to the boats, but you can't get to them because the brush is high. So... Morning. This is the video I was waiting to shoot. So they got these boat tie-offs, but oh well. You gotta throw your rope over the trees and the debris. But yeah, up until this point it's pretty well kept and maintained, so you could access stuff like that. But in this section, I guess it kind of got forgotten. Oh, so along this side, this is Clover Street. It's funny that they built this right in front of the lock. I mean, why? I'm gonna bet there's an old-time truss bridge here. Nice and shaded in here. Guess we could go up and check out the lock. We're not that far from the parking lot, so. Oh. Those strange noises I'm talking about. Here they have an observation deck. I guess we could go up and check that out. Not much to see around here. Nothing going on really.
Clear. Thank you very much.
Thanks, you guys.
Just go, thank you. You're welcome. Have a great day.
Huh, I was wrong. They had some action in the lot. So here's a main parking lot. We're gonna take a little break for the day because it's getting up to almost 90 degrees right now in the sunlight and the humidity. So parking lot's right over here. Show you around and then take a break. Neat little contraption here. Mimic a like boat, canal boat. Yeah, a lot of people are walking off this way, but I don't know where the next trail parking lot is or how far. This could be that 7-mile section, but I thought there was another parking lot a little further up. I don't know. I'll look into it while I'm taking a break. little signage here. There's the parking lot. It's definitely not as busy as it was this morning. That was one of these wood posts cracking in the heat. I could possibly. Side. Probably a trail map. Yep. You're here. So we started in Fairport this trip, and we're way over here now. And we're this close to Buffalo. So our next big populous out of Rochester would be. Oh, where is it? It's popular. I want to say Lockport, but I don't see it. No, it's not. Anyway, our map is getting smaller.